Greetings, Miss B. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing well, Teddy. How are you?
I am well, give thanks. Listen, look how long you supposed to forward in on the steady show and come give me a talk. It's been months now.
Oh dear. Sorry
Anyways,
about that. You catch me today. And
I,
that's all that matters. You catch me today.
it's a
Right?
is
Don't
is
worry about the long time.
it's a good day to catch you. All
Yeah.
right, well, welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You are most welcome. I hope it's been a great Easter season.
Yeah, man. Me enjoy me Easter.
Enjoy your Easter.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, it's a traditional thing, so you can't make the day pass and or the season pass and you don't do like what you used to.
Very true, very true. But listen, you hail out of the great parish of Portland, East Portland to be exact. No, so?
Yes, my dear.
With the great Anne-Marie
East Portland,
Vaz.
where Anne-Marie Vaz is doing everything that's good for us over there.
Wow. Well,
Yeah, man.
from where I sit, I can say that she's doing a great work. But you're a Anne-Marie Vaz supporter.
Yes, I am. My entire family.
Yeah. So your entire
Yes.
family, and are you from a big family?
Oh, yes. And you see where I'm from, Seti?
Yeah.
They call there Little Valley.
Really?
We are good people, very good people. And guess what? We are all labor right, JLP supporters.
Good. Big up to the labor rights, them sour labor rights.
Benjamin Hill to be exact. And I don't know if you remember when Damien Crawford went up against Anne-Marie Vaz.
Yes,
I don't
ma'am.
remember if you remember this thing that they interviewed a girl,
Yeah.
a young lady, and she said, Damien should be here 2 months ago. Where him going now? He take Portland people to fool. He should have there 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Him don't even have a vote for himself.
Yeah.
People proving that he don't even have a vote for himself.
Oh,
But trust me,
Yeah.
Damien was better than who is there right now. And
Okay.
he never wins, so I don't know. There's no way this guy can come and kick Anne-Marie foot.
I sat here call this guy. By the way, did you see the other day when he went over to Titchfield and Emma aligned himself with Titchfield and the win and dancing and the carrying on?
With them knocking pot cover and all, but trust me, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. He's wasting his time, right? He's wasting his time.
I was watching.
I don't even bother try.
I did a watch when Ralph Gonzalez did over there. Apparently, them didn't make it try look like he came specifically for that function, but it was not. And Ralph Gonzalez, the Prime Minister from over St. Vincent, he did say it as well. So,
yeah, because he knew Vaz too. He said he knew him long time now.
Okay, so they were trying to use him as a pawn to make themselves look good. So you have a lot of people over Portland, and by the way, is your part of Portland they call Porty? Yeah.
The capital is Port Antonio.
Yeah, man.
But we're like 12, 13 miles from Port Antonio.
12, 13 miles from Port Antonio. I know Porty, I've been to Porty before. The Errol Flynn Marina right there. I've been there. That little beach that you have right there. So I've been to that. I've been to that place. I've been to Portland. So I know exactly where.
I've been to Winifred Beach.
I've been to Winifred Beach. I've been there about 2 times. But that Winifred Beach Road is really a challenge. But you say with all that the PNP is doing, you said earlier on, is your little area them called Little Tivoli?
Yeah, man, they say Benjamin Hill is like a Little Tivoli.
Okay.
There's a pure green up there.
So about roughly how many people live in that area?
Let me see. About over 100.
Over 100.
About 10 families.
About 10
Most
families.
Most of us are related, but it's like 10 families up there.
Yeah.
And big families.
All right, so maybe over 100. That's still a lot of votes. you know.
Yes, man.
Still a whole lot of vote. They half of that, quarter of that amount, can 10% of that amount or less can decide an election. I mean, look at what
exactly.
look at what just happened in a Westmoreland, but we're not gonna touch on that right now. One of the interesting stories that you told me is that you sang, you were around since Sher days.
Yes. Yeah, man. From Lassell Tucker days.
Wow.
And my mother was like very active. She was
Okay.
a area leader. And because of that, now, you know, they work together with Mr. Tucker. And I was like a teenager when they were having a function in Port Antonio. Mr. Sher came and all that and meet and greet. And then I sang for him.
Big up to you. Big up, man. Show our labor rights. So yeah, man, you've been doing this long before Steady decided to start up a YouTube channel. Yes. I noticed a lot of effort going into Portland by the Vaz them, and I know when people saw Issac the other day, particularly we saw when they had a function over there, and it was a lot of people, but what we are hearing is so much people don't even live over there, so it looked like it was an imported crowd. Import people.
They're busing the people from all boat. Yeah, because trust me, Portland people are not stupid, right? Before Anne-Marie, there was nothing done in Portland.
Under PNP?
Under the PNP, nothing. And it's like she transformed Portland. It's like a makeover.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's clearly one of the hardest working MPs.
Not the hardest, I'm sure she's one of them.
If not, yeah, one of the hardest, yeah. But we know that I saw him come with the whole heap of talking and him throwing words. The other day, me hear him talk about him going broke the vase, but you don't think him can broke the vase?
Broke which vase? Damien was better than him and Damien couldn't come close.
Good point.
How the hell him go and broke the vase?
Good point.
He's going to get a whopping, trust me, man. We're going to show him where I look from.
But do you think Issac is appealing to the younger folks over there? Because he keeps stressing on education and he's targeting the youth. Do you think there will be any challenges for Anne-Marie Vaz where that is concerned?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because you remember when the person before him went over there and was offering maths class and all that.
The person before. The person before. And that the maths class discontinued after the person lost.
Exactly. So they can't fool me.
So this is
they can't fool Portland people.
I love that. So this I was listening to Dr. Andrew Holness talking this morning, and one of the things he was saying is that people are going to come and they are going to make promises, but it's one thing to make the promises, but having the wherewithal to fulfill those promises is another thing. So are you saying that a lot of the promises that the PNP is making, are you saying that they are empty promises, and Crawford is an example of the empty promises?
Exactly. We don't even listen to them. Because they can't fool nobody over there.
So let me ask you a question. So even during Manley days, when Manley had that great appeal, spoke out on social issues and looked like he loved the Jamaica people, them like a little picnic love ring game. Like, well, at least back in the day. You understand me? Are you saying that even during those days, Manley never appealed to you as the better leader for Jamaica?
No.
Really?
Never.
Why?
Never.
But Manley won over a lot of people, so how Manley couldn't win you over?
Win me? Whether he's a fool, and as my cousin said, Portland people no fool. Right? Portland people no fool, because I grew up watching PNP. In those days, it was like Keith Rod, and then his son took over, and nothing was done until Dr. Broomfield came, and he was kind of good with the people. You understand? The people love him over there, and he was doing his thing.
Right.
But after that, since Anne-Marie Vaz come,
it's different.
Whatever they did is like nothing, because Anne-Marie outdo them 10 times.
Clearly.
Understand?
Clearly.
Anne-Marie outdo them. Anne-Marie is like, she reformed the place.
Yes.
She touched everywhere up in the valley.
Yeah.
Like, what you call it? Up Rio Grande Valley?
Yes.
Up that side. Road.
Yeah.
She fixed road everywhere. She gave the people them water.
Yes.
I remember when this guy here before he died, Deron Wood.
Yes.
Deron Wood, where they couldn't bring water. He was a councillor. And where they couldn't bring water, they bring in black tanks.
Yeah.
To supply water in the areas. And that was for PNP and JLP.
Good.
Right?
Should I just look out for the traditional JLP, them are the diehard JLP, them. Should look out for everybody.
They work for everybody. Everybody. If you need help and they'll help you.
So
they're
what?
Not one-sided.
So question.
That's what I like about the JLP, because they serve everybody.
Yeah. But so what would you say to young people who you can hear a lot of them, see and hear a lot of them on social media talking about them now I hear nothing about the past. Them are focused on what is happening now. And as far as they are concerned, the JLP is not doing a great job. What would you say to them, the young people there?
Sometimes they say if you don't know about your past, you can't know about your future.
I like that.
Right?
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, if they knew that those people were in power for so long and didn't do anything, right? And to see what JLP is doing now, I would support the JLP if I was like them. I would support the JLP.
Yes.
Right? And continue to work, right? Because Dr. Andrew Oles is doing a good job and he's serving everybody. He touched every parish.
And I like that.
So I would encourage them to vote for the JLP.
No, you said earlier on that your parents were in the politics and they were leaders.
Was involved.
Your dad was involved. Okay.
My mother.
Your mother was involved. Okay. And she was a Labourite, so die-hearted Labourite.
I wanted to say she was PNP before.
Oh, so good. I'm glad I went into that.
My family is JLP, but for some reason when she was young, she voted for Ken Wright. Ken Wright was before Keith Rod, right? She voted for Ken Wright. And after that, they didn't do anything. And after that, she started voting for the JLP again. And trust me.
She never turned back.
Never turned back.
Over the years, have you known a lot of people who, based on the lack of work from the PNP, decided that they would no longer support the PNP and that they would support the JLP instead, like your mother? And then after supporting the JLP, them decide to them now go back to the PNP. Have you known a lot of people like that?
Yes, I know. I know quite a few people like that. They'll never turn back to the PNP. And that is why the PNP will never get back East Portland. Mark my word. They will never get back East Portland. So whoever they want to send here, they can always send because they're wasting them time.
And
no way.
And that is based on the fact that when the PNP was in power, they did not do anything for East Portland. And they were in power. How long were they in power over in East Portland before Anne-Marie took over?
How many years? No, it's probably about 30 odd years or somewhere thereabouts.
30 odd years.
Straight.
Yeah.
I can remember the days when it was like Ken Wright days was like my mother days, right? I can remember from the Keith Rod days. Right? Yeah. That was like maybe close to 50 years. It was just PNP, PNP, PNP.
So how did the PNP manage to hold on to East Portland for so long? Seeing that they never did that do nothing for the people them, why did the people keep voting for them?
You remember when one PNP MP, right?
Yes.
Our president of the PNP said that PNP is a safe seat.
Yes.
He said PNP was a safe seat because when they sent Damien, they didn't expect Anne-Marie to win, because PNP was a safe seat.
But
safe seat meaning that, according to them, if you send a dog over there and dress him up in green, the people will vote for it. You understand?
Anne-Marie toppled Damien Crawford.
Upset when Anne-Marie won. It was like an upset because they expect them to fool people all these years, and people would continue to vote for them because it is a safe seat.
Yeah. So the people are getting wiser. The people have gotten wiser.
Exactly.
Okay.
We like the development, and there is no way we're going to turn back. No way.
I like that you touch on that. As somebody who's familiar with East Portland, should Anne-Marie Vaz be given another term? What are some of the things that you think you would like to see happen?
Well, to be honest, I would say more development.
More development.
Right? You can't do everything at the same time. You can't do everywhere. You can't do everybody road at the same time.
Right.
So just to continue the work. Continue the work. Right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, if you do this road and there's another road, you can't finish all of them at the same time. So just continue the work. And it's not just road, it's water and everything. And I wish that they would probably open up like a training center, skill training center for young people. And they can go and learn. For those who are not so academically skilled, they could go, just like what we have, well, they have Heart further down, like down Buff Bay Way.
Right.
But in East Portland, I would like them to have something like that where young people can go and get some training. Right? Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Different skills. Mm-hmm.
Sounds
and
good.
I have a proposal from Anne-Marie too, because I'm from Prismans River, and that area, the fact that Prismans River is in our history.
Yes.
Right? If they made a big bridge there.
Yes.
And they don't use the small bridge anymore. If they could renovate that bridge and do something down there, I'm not going to talk exactly what I would like.
Right,
if I could get the message to her, fine, but to talk it on the air.
Yes.
But it's a good proposal, and I would like to talk to Anne-Marie about that.
I love that.
To develop Prismans River.
Prismans River, all right.
I have a vision.
All right.
I see how that could develop.
Anne-Marie Vaz takes over. We cannot accomplish everything in one single term. But if you judge who was there before and what they failed to accomplish, and you look at how much she's accomplished in a short period of time, then you can use that as a marker. Wouldn't that be something to vote for, to say that since she's doing such a great job, that if she remains in the role and if the people vote for her, then they will only see more development.
Exactly.
No logic that?
Continue the work.
To continue the work.
Vote for her. Yeah, just vote for her and let her continue what she's doing.
Why we as Jamaican, why do you think we continue to fall back into the same habits of voting, even when we know that in the long term it's going to be bad for the people? Why do you think enough people do that? How PNP managed to fool and trick the people?
You have some diehard, right? Some they call them diehearted. Yeah, you have diehard people who would not support the good because it's the other party. You understand? They're not going to support the JLP because they are diehard PNP.
So this means to say them people them love the party more than how they love the country.
Exactly. And we need to move away from that. We need to move away from that.
Yes.
Think about our country. We want the country to develop and be like a third world country like other places. We can't,
For
just
sure.
live like that forever.
Yes. But do you think now, with Andrew Holness on the scene, do you think less and less people are becoming diehearted PNP or Labour rights, and more people are voting for the performance from the MPs? You think we have more of that right now, or do you think we still have a big struggle with the diehearted people there?
I think people are turning to the development and prosperity.
Yeah.
Right? I think the younger people would look at that. But as I said, you have older folks who are diehard PNP who wouldn't support the JLP.
Yes.
Even though they're doing good.
I think a lot of people are still voting for JLP or PNP simply because that's what their parents did, so them just come and them just follow.
Yeah, people still like that. You still have people like that.
And we know from what we've seen that a lot of people from the PNP side, they come from there. What would you say to somebody who came from a diehearted PNP home, but they see the truth about, and they see the facts about what the JLP is doing, yet they are still struggling? What would you encourage them to do in order to make the right decision on election day?
Well, I would just encourage them to think about your country, right? Think about the development. Forget about your parents voted for PNP over the years and you have to follow through. Just think about the development, right? We want to move forward. Vote for Jamaica, right? And stop thinking about the party. Just think about Jamaica.
Yes.
Okay?
And think about yourself and your children and grandchildren too, because at the end of the day, you have a government that is making and paving the way for younger Jamaicans to be on a better footing than they would be under PNP government. So I think that's a good reason to vote. Yes,
that's important. Vote for your children's future.
Well, these are some very, very... I'm happy that you came and you spoke with me today, Miss B. You see, it wasn't so hard after all. I think you've touched some great points. So I'm not going to pressure you so you run from me when I call you. But I definitely want to hear from you on the Steady Show. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for talking with me. Have a blessed day, all right?
You too, my dear.
All right, everybody. Big up Miss B. Leave a comment right now. Let me know what you think.
Put your head beside the bed. PNP, me now vote because Andrew Holness are the